Hi.
Hi.
This is Joy Nash. We're here with VOLUP2. We've just done a shoot with Joy. And Joy, you may know from the Fat Rant. She's from America.
I'm American.
Yeah, she is American. And she became very famous with a viral video called The Fat Rant. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago now. I'm ancient. I wrote a monologue for a class in college, and I thought that I was making it real for myself, so I decided to shoot it as a video, and so I put it online, and people shared it. Like 2 million people watched it.
Wow. What's it like to be in a viral video?
It's amazing.
What was the best thing and the worst thing?
I didn't know it was gonna be viral when I was making it. I thought people would see it and be like, what a great actress, which is laughable now. Like the production value is mortifying. But that's what I thought I was doing. It was all that was available at the time.
What was like the best thing and the worst thing about that?
The best thing, I think, was the people that I met through it, like you.
Yes!
I think that when I first became aware of you after that.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah. I was telling you, I've been a fan ever since. Shooting with you was on my bucket list.
I love that. That is the coolest thing. I'm so honored by that. And I remember I was actually super impressed. And I still am. Aww. And I've seen all these various sides of you and shooting you, which has been really fun. Aww. Now, you're also a fit model, which a lot of people want to be models, but they don't necessarily know about, like, what is fit modeling?
Yeah, fit modeling, so if you don't know, a fit model works behind the scenes with a fashion designer. You're kind of a live mannequin. Your measurements are really important. And the designer makes a first draft, kind of a sample. They try it on me, I give feedback, and they sort of tailor it to my body. And then they send that garment back, alter the pattern, make a second draft, we do a second fitting, and then they send it into production, and then it shows up in your stores. And
you actually get paid for it.
Yeah, you actually get paid.
Which is
why that kind of modeling was much more attractive to me than other kinds, because a lot of times people want to pay you in hair bows, and my landlord does not accept hair bows for rent payment. How did
like bringing clothes to life through your body affect like how you felt about your body?
That's a good question. Honestly, working as a fit model, people talk about you like you're not there. Mm-hmm. And they also like I have a big belly, and a designer will say like, she has a belly, that's good. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Does it make you think what a good belly I have? Hi again.
Hi.
Because we're so fabulous, we've exhausted the battery, but we're back, and Joy was just explaining how having like her body commented on almost objectively, because when you're doing fit modeling, you are like the hanger of the clothes and they're creating it on your body. I wondered, does that make you like love your body more? Does it make you conscientious of like, oh wow, like I have a big belly because they're talking always about my big belly? Like, how does it work?
It's honestly like, I don't care. As long as you hire me, that's what's important. And I also know that I'm not going to be the right model for every designer. Like, somebody doesn't make clothes that fit me, then that's, I can't be
Is it cool
to
kind of represent like the average American body in a sense?
Yeah, it is.
That's empowering in a way, I would think.
Yeah, it's fun to walk into a store and be like, oh, I know that will fit me. It's like, it's tailored to me.
But there's so many aspects of you, because you're more than a model. You are also a writer, and you wrote your own show, which was called My Mobster, and you can find that at My Mobster.
It's only been a live performance so far.
It's a live theatrical performance.
But hopefully I'm taking it to Edinburgh Fringe next year.
Wow.
And then I have plans to make a movie eventually.
Oh my gosh. So how what is the process of writing like for you, and writing a solo show like My Mobster?
Well, I wrote that because it was what was happening to me. Honestly, I didn't see parts available for me. I think obviously with what's happened now, things have changed in the last 10 years.
Well,
but up until then, like, I mean,
now there's one role available instead of 0 roles.
but we're kicking open the door. The more
Yeah.
times they look at me, the more times we're gonna look at
And you're doing basically what the plus size industry has done a lot through bloggers, which is like you're saying, you know what, you're not going to make that outfit for me. I'm going to make it myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to find like that. I think is what is the beauty of our industry. And you're doing it on a level of acting where like you're like, okay, I'm not going to have a role. I'm going to create my own role, but you essentially are your own inspiration for this particular.
Kind of, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And it's also when something horrible happens to you, it feels so good to be like, I'm gonna tell it.
To share it with the whole world, to like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It like means something when somebody else can be like, oh, that happened to me too, or you know.
Wow.
Thank God we're alive. Whatever.
That's very cool. And when you write, I guess most of us imagine you like sitting in a cafe and it's raining outside in Paris and there's a cup of steaming milk and a furry cat. Is that sort of how it is when you're writing?
It's exactly like that. It's like you've been following me.
What, like when you wrote My Mobster, how long did it take you to actually like write it?
Probably 6 months.
Wow. Of extensively writing?
I mean, I was writing it, it was during the semester at college also.
Wow.
So wait, how long is the semester? 4 months? 3 months? So I think so.
It depends on if you go to bartender school or not. Well, that's awesome. And you have a coat of many colors. The other thing that you do is you do like audio book narration, which is a new field.
I do.
And that's voiceover work.
And so
Velvet is correct.
I'm very excited to try that.
So how does being like audio narrator affect your acting, and how does acting come into play with that profession?
I think it makes my acting possible.
So it's a means to an end. It's like waiters in New York in the 80s when they were actors. Everyone who was a waiter or waitress was actually an actor.
Yeah.
Now they're narrators of books.
They can be. I mean, that's how I look at it.
But it is acting essentially.
Totally,
You're still acting.
It completely is. I love doing it, and I see each book as a little solo show. You get to play all of the characters: men, women, old, young, fast, slow.
Wow.
Smart, stupid, all of it. And you go on a journey, so you're practicing, you're working the muscle of creating a character and a full-fledged, well-rounded character, not just a caricature. And it improves your cold reading skills because you're just blowing right through it.
Wow.
And it pays the bills. People buy audiobooks. It's insane.
Do you ever sit, like, you made one whole book, and do you ever like listen to yourself through a whole book when you're like driving from LA to San Diego? Have you ever listened to your work?
No. I mean,
wow.
Clips. I have to listen to it as I edit it.
Okay.
But
so you physically edit it too?
Yeah, yeah.
That is so. You're way more than a pretty face. That's amazing.
I have some nimble fingers as well.
You are. And I want to know how nimble she is. Okay, guess what else she does? She's a narrator. She's a fit model. She's a cerebral college student writing like viral videos of content and making her own characters. And she's wrangling pets.
It's true.
If somebody doesn't know what a pet wrangler is,
I work with a pet photographer, Los Angeles' best pet photographer, as noted by LA Magazine.
wow.
It's
Don't say that because everyone's going to bring their pet there to meet you now.
Oh, yeah.
She works with some loser who's never done a pet thing. No.
Don't say that. He will murder you.
No, I'm kidding you.
If you want to, though, the best pet photographer in LA is Fertographs.com.
Okay.
Fertographs.com.
But we don't want any mobsters coming to kill you and meet you because they're stalkers. But
Well,
this one,
I don't either. I was like, I move into New York.
yeah, she's not even going to do this anymore, so she can talk about it. What makes a good pet wrangler, and how does like your love of animals come into this?
So it's basically my job to get the animals to look at the camera and smile and like be interested, but not so interested that they're gonna jump off and run at the camera.
Wow.
So there's a whole little.
That's so interesting. It's almost like the art of seduction.
It is. It's so.
So do you sometimes practice on men in restaurants where you like get them sort of noticed, but
that
not
never
over?
occurred to me. Maybe that's what I need to do in my life. Maybe that would improve everything for me.
I mean, I like personally just like if someone's walking down the street, I'll talk to their animal before I'll talk.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I like to be like, exactly. So how did you fall into pet wrangling?
Well, my friend Andy Stolarek, who's the photographer, we've known each other for like 20 years.
Wow.
He asked me to help him, and that's the other half of it. So you have to have this connection with the animal and have a repertoire of like noises and treats and tricks to do that will like pique their interest. And you also have to have a connection with the photographer, because if I get the dog to look at the camera, when he's not holding it in front of his face, who cares?
Does he ever get mad at you as a friend when he's like, you didn't get the poodle to look stage left?
So, no. we work together really well.
You must have so much fun.
Yeah, it so is.
Your life is pure fun. It's artistic fun. Other actors are like stuck doing like hard labor.
They should find some things they love.
When you do audio books though, you can do it from the comfort of your own living room.
Yeah, closet.
Or closet.
I do it inside my
She's
closet,
a closeted narrator. That would be really funny if you advertised for a roommate and then like and then you were just like, wow, my roommate just spends hours in the closet talking to herself.
I would not tell them what I was doing. Yeah, and sometimes it's like a sexy book, so you're like moaning. You like sound like a man.
Oh my gosh. I think what would be a really fun candid camera, we probably shouldn't share this on here, is if like you had like people come to be your like roommate and you just did that and you had it in the studio and you were just like reading dirty books inside of a closet.
Oh my God, yes.
That would be hot. All right, so then finally we come to what is going to take her in the realm of planet. Like she's done Twin Peaks, so that kind of David Lynch is mildly known. But now she's going to be the star of a AMC, which is a network for people who don't know, like me. It's called Dietland.
Yeah.
And it sounds to me as though it's not like a typical character who always has to feel apologetic and dieting and whatever. Do you want to explain a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's a dream role.
Wow.
So the show is based on a novel also called Dietland, which is incredible, by Sarai Walker. You should go.
How do you say her name?
Sarai Walker.
Can you spell it?
Sarai.
Oh, cool.
Walker. And
Walker.
Yeah, it's like, it's literally a dream role. If I could have written a part for myself, it would be this. It's feminist and fat positive and a challenge, and she goes through a journey, and I'm so excited.
How was, when you found out that you, like, was it like casting after casting after casting, and then you finally got it, or was it like someone targeting, like, oh, I think Joy Nash from the Fat Rant would be good for this? Like,
oh, no, they didn't know who I was.
Wow.
I did a drop-off. I found out.
Explain what a drop-off is to all the non.
I heard that they were casting, that they were looking for somebody like me, so I found out where the casting office was, and then I walked over there with my headshot, and I knocked on the door, and I gave it to them.
That's so American, because I did the same thing when I moved to France and they spit on me. Wow. But I didn't do it with acting. I did it with my photography, because, you know, here, being brazen is seen as like a go-getter and positive.
But not a lot of people do it. And most people want to send an email. Maybe if they screw up their courage, make a phone call. But I was like, what do I have to lose? You know? And
you knocked on the door and said, I'm your gal?
Well, actually, the door opened, and on the other side was the casting assistant. And she was a girl who I met at a party several years before. She went to grad school with my best friends, and she said, "Oh, Joy, you know, you'd be good for this."
I love Oh Joy anyway, even if she didn't. Like, if every time you open the door, someone goes like, "Oh Joy, Joy to the world," it's Joy Nash. And so wow, that could have been awkward actually then, because you were like, but actually I'm here to.
Yeah. By the way, how about you?
Wow.
Yeah. And so she was like, "Have you read the book?" And I said, "No, not yet." And she's like, "You should get the book." So I drove and I went and I got the book from the library. This is actually a good story. So I got the book from the library and I read it like in a day and was like, "Holy shit!
Wow.
I want to do this." I wasn't sure that I was quite right for the main character, but I want to be involved in some way, shape, or form. I don't care. So I went, and you can find sides for projects online. So I went to this website, and I got the sides, and I still thought...
What's the sides? Explain that to people who don't know.
The pages from the script that you audition with.
Okay.
So it's like the scenes that you're going to show them.
Awesome.
So I got the sides, and I still thought there was no chance that I'd get an audition, so I was going to make a tape. I was going to put myself on my iPhone and send that in to this girl, because I could get her number.
Right.
So I called her and said, hey, or I texted her, once I'm going to make a tape, because I probably won't get an audition. What's my deadline for that? And she said, you're definitely getting a spot. And I was like, okay. And she's like, it'll be Friday, or if not, then Monday.
Okay.
So I'm getting ready, and memorizing.
And when you say getting ready, how are you getting ready for the role?
I'm memorizing all the lines. I'm preparing for this audition. You should have a Broadway opening night performance. You should be off book. You should know all your relationships. You should have moments, everything. It should be mesmerizing. Wow. So that's what I'm practicing for.
Awesome. In your closet now.
In my closet. So I'm doing that up until Thursday, and then Thursday night at midnight, I still have not heard anything. So clearly it's not going to be on Friday. It's going to be on Monday. Great. Right. I have 2 more days. Fantastic. Perfect. Go to sleep. At 8:30, I wake up to a text message that says, Joy, you've got an audition today at noon.
Oh my gosh.
16 pages.
Oh
sides.
My God. That you were meant to have memorized?
And I was like, I've been ready for 3 days.
Well, this is why Joy Nash is a star, because she already memorized things like in a way in advance and got into the character role.
Hey,
and that can happen.
And to be honest, that may have even been an asset that I didn't have days to work myself up into a frenzy over this audition. All I had to do
you had prepared to some extent. You felt like you knew the character a little bit.
Absolutely. I had done all that stuff. I was ready to make my tape, but instead I was in front of everybody.
And how many people were sitting there staring at you?
That first time, just 2.
And then they said, we like you, but we like 7 other people. So can you come back to us? And how many were then?
Like 5 or 6.
Did you wear a t-shirt that said, I've acted for David Lynch, like God, or not?
No.
Because I'm going to make you that t-shirt.
Please do.
And so then, can you say, how did it feel? Like, were you like nervous and thinking like, oh my God, am I going to get it? Am I going to get it? Or did you just forget about it because you're auditioning for a million other things?
I'm not auditioning for a million other things.
Okay.
But I did forget about it because, like I said, I didn't feel like I was quite right at first.
Okay.
But I wanted to be a part of this project.
Right.
And so I was really excited to meet all these people and like, to get this far. And even then, after that, I was like, okay, great. They like me. They know me. Maybe
how did they tell you that you got it?
I got a phone call.
Can you reenact that moment? Pring, pring.
Joy, you're on hold. Wait,
what does on hold mean?
It means that they've... well, okay. So it's a little more complicated. So after that callback, I went to a network test, and there was 4 of us that auditioned then. And
they all hate you now. All 3 of them hate your guts.
Please don't hate me.
Don't hate her. She's nice.
I love you.
Yes.
You are all wonderful.
Could any of them get to have secondary roles, maybe?
I'm certain.
Awesome.
Certain well.
Cool.
Yeah.
They might stab you in the bathroom to try and take over it, just like in that showgirl thing. And so, but then when you really knew that you got it, then you were a little more excited because you sort of almost had it. But then the actual moment of like, you are the star of the world's biggest TV show. It's a TV show. Yeah, on AMC called Dietland, and she's the star, Joy Nash.
World's biggest, but you can't remember what it is.
Exactly, I know. It's the world. She's kidding. I mean, the reason that Joy Nash is going to be famous is, and sort of already is because she is interested in the art of acting and not necessarily in the art of becoming famous. So,
is there an art? I guess there is actually an art to becoming famous. There definitely
have you watched the Kardashians? No.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
But so
I'm not really interested.
But I think when you want to serve up like acting, like I said, like you could, you're just going to want to act, but you're not necessarily doing it in order to then say, I'm going to be famous. And the reason you get famous is because you're so good at your art,
I kind of would like to not be famous so that I could continue
either way.
My life that I like. I mean, who wants to be like pestered or you know what I mean? There's definitely assets, but there's drama.
You want to maintain being an audiobook narrating, dog wrangling fit model actress. which is fun. But it's not going to happen because you're moving to New York and you're going to be you're going to just nail this role. And I mean, you know, you'll be offered other roles, but I think what we've hit upon is like the lack of batteries working. Joy Nash is so hot, she burns out all the batteries because she's sizzling on fire.
Oh, it works.
So I just wanted to end with the fact that, I mean, it is sort of ironic that her fame was born of her writing, actually, which was The Fat Rant, and not necessarily her acting, but she could act. And now she's going to be in Dietland, which is going to make her, you know, better known as an actress just because TV does. But is there going to be enough roles that she could eventually play, you know?
I hope so. And if nobody's willing to write them for me, I'll write them for myself. I'll auction books that I think I could play. Like,
totally. You've manifested your destiny, haven't you? I love that.
This has given me a bit of a platform, and I do have more eyes on me now that I was trying to get before, and I think I can get people behind me, because it's obvious that people want to see fat people on television.
And us in the plus size community are fully behind you and have been since The Fat Rant, because we just recognize like the power of your vision. Like, you're visionary, you're like physically attractive, obviously, but you're also like, you're helping create, you know, roles, even if they're for yourself or whomever, that don't exist, and that yet at the same time,
there's no reason why people shouldn't be looking at us, why we shouldn't be on
well,
TV.
And people look at you every day because you are the average American woman size, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, like, the reality is there's way more of us that should be represented everywhere in the world, and we're not. But now that Joy is, you know, making Dietland and creating characters herself, hopefully there's going to be more roles available that she can play. And we thank her very much.
I thank you very much.
And we love Joy Nash. And people can find you from joynash.com, or how do people know you?
Joynash.com is owned by a paranormal romance novelist.
So if you
want to read that, that's where you go.
Exactly. If you want a dog-wrangling, fit modeling, high-end actress, where do you go?
You can go, I'm on Instagram at The Real Joy Nash.
Oh, The Real Joy Nash. That other writer's really mad at you for saying that.
The real one.
Not the paranormal one.
I guess she's whatever.
Okay.
I'm sure she's a very nice person. I have nothing against her. Except
the false Joy Nash. No. All right. Well, thank you. Good luck with Dietland. Good luck with everything you do. We love you. Mean it. Bye.